Welcome to another Happy English podcast coming to you from New York City. And here's your English teacher, Michael.
All right, thank you, John, and thanks, everyone. This is Happy English Podcast, episode 557, 10 Ways to Use Will. Hey guys, it's Michael here from Happy English, and I help people speak English better. And speaking of that, if you'd like to study English with me directly, head over to myhappyenglish.com. There, you can book a trial one-to-one lesson. That's myhappyenglish.com. It's the middle of October, and that means it's fall in New York. Fresh apples and my favorite seasonal drink, apple cider. What a great season! Unfortunately, it's still Corona season, so please keep those masks up and be sure to social distance. As I'm sure you know, we can use will to talk about the future. But there are other ways that we use will, and it seems that some English learners are confused about how to do that. So, for today's English lesson, let's look at 10 different ways we can use will. First, let's look at the noun form of will. Will means your desire or determination to do something that you have decided to do, regardless of the difficulty. It is the will of all people to live a happy life. A business owner has the will to succeed. A marathon runner has the will to finish the race in good time. I'm sure that you have a strong will to improve your English, right? That's why you listen to this podcast. Also as a noun, a will is a legal document that says who will receive your money and your property after you die. I wonder why I wasn't mentioned in Grandma's will. As a verb, we use will to talk about the future. We often use will to talk about the future when we don't have a set plan. Because of that, it's common to use words like maybe or perhaps with will. For example, it's going to rain this weekend. Maybe I'll stay home and clean the garage. I have no plans for my trip to Miami. Maybe I'll just spend a week relaxing on the beach. In a similar way, we use will when we decide something at the moment of speaking. Can somebody answer the door? Sure, I'll do it. I think this is going to be a long meeting, so I'll go get some coffee for us. We also use will to make requests, but for me, using will this way is used in situations where you need or want to be direct. So, if you are upset with someone who is talking too much, you can ask, "Will you stop talking, please?" You can imagine how direct this sounds. That's why we usually use would instead of will to make polite or indirect requests. For example, "Would you send me the invoice?" sounds more polite than "Will you send me the invoice?" "Would you help me move this desk?" sounds more polite than "Will you help me move this desk?" When asking someone about their wishes, you can use will you or what will you. For example, at a bar, the bartender often asks, "What will you have?" Actually, what will is often contracted as what'll. 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 What'll you have?
What'll you have?
What'll you have?
What'll you have?
I can't believe your boyfriend was cheating on you. Will you break up with him? Will is also used in formal situations when giving rules or orders. All students will wear a uniform to school. All employees will submit their sales reports no later than 5 p.m. on Friday. It's common to use will when you talk about someone being ready or not ready to do something. For example, when you're waiting to see someone like a doctor, the receptionist might say, "The doctor will see you now."
The doctor will see you now.
The doctor will see you now.
The doctor will see you now.
It seems like the dog won't eat that food. We should try another brand. Next, we use will when we talk about things that generally happen. If you pour this salad oil into the water, it will float on top. In bad weather, it's understandable that accidents will happen. And finally, we use will be when we talk about a situation in the future. You can use will be followed by an adjective. For example, Jenny is coming to New York next week. I'll be happy if I can get the chance to see her. I'm working late tonight, so I'm sure I'll be hungry when I'm finished work. You can also use will be followed by a gerund. You know, the ing verb. My vacation is coming soon. By this time next week, I'll be sitting on a beach looking at the sunset. Have a nice trip to France. I'll be thinking about you while you're gone. You can also use will be followed by a past participle verb, or as I like to call it, the PP verb. The meeting will be held on Monday in the grand ballroom of the hotel. The vacation planner said that everything will be taken care of before we get there. Well, that's our English lesson for today. If you want to read the examples in this lesson or get word-for-word transcripts of the Happy English podcast, just visit myhappyenglish.com and check lesson 557. Thanks for studying, and I'll see you next time at Happy English. Catch you later!
This podcast was brought to you by Happy English. Please visit myhappyenglish.com. Show your support for Happy English by leaving us a review. Get English. Get happy. Happy English.